Hey everyone, Drew from Monkey's Tropicals Adventures here to do another fragrance review on
what smells good to me.
So how's everyone doing? Hope everyone's doing well. Yeah, let's do this. Full disclosure, the fragrances I'm going to talk about were sent to me for review. However, I'm going to give you my honest opinion. So with that being said, let's do this. So what are we talking about? We're talking about two new releases from the House of Alexandria fragrances. If you've watched my other videos, yes, I'm a huge fan of Alexandria fragrances. Long before I started doing these collaborations, I was purchasing their fragrances. I got hooked. They do a great job either doing inspired creations where they capture the DNA and they come quite close to mimicking or cloning a fragrance, or they do a great job just making some of their original creations. They're affordable, they smell great, they last long, they're great, I love them. So enough with that, let's talk about what we got here. So the first one we're going to talk about is Upside Down, and I've got a 30 ml. And the light is kind of reflecting on that, so it's kind of hard. So Upside Down is inspired by Initio's Side Effect, which came out in 2016. You've got notes of cinnamon, vanilla, rum, and pipe tobacco. All right, you knew there was gonna probably be tobacco in it, right? If you watch my channel, you follow me on Instagram, you know that tobacco is my jam. And so I seek out all tobacco fragrances and grooming products. That's just my thing. So when I saw this, I had to try it, and I love it. Let's just spray some right now. Okay, what do you get? You get some nice, boozy, warm, sexy, sensual notes, right? Right away. You kind of get like a smoky vanilla oud. Like I said, really nice boozy notes, and you get some really nice, rich pipe tobacco. The longevity on this is really, really nice. 8 hours easily. It's soft enough that, oh man, it's kind of changing right now. Pipe tobacco is really just coming out just right there. The longevity, like I said, is 8 hours. It's light enough that I did wear it. You know, we're going through this weird kind of heat spell. It's kind of, you know, drifting, you know, high 70s, going all the way up to the 90s, and it's doing fine. I'm in the office now mostly, unless I'm going in the field with my unit. So it's doing fine when I'm outside. I think it'd do totally fine on like cooler summer nights. Again, I don't wear fragrances in really hot, sweltering heat. Like, you know, if I was going to Walt Disney World, I would usually wear my fragrances early in the morning, late at night. But if we were going to the parks and stuff in the middle of the day, I wouldn't do it. Just sticky, icky, sticky. So this fragrance, really, really nice. I really enjoy the booze notes. I really enjoy the tobacco notes. And I kind of like that whole vanilla oud thing. The sweetness kind of cuts some of that oud in that pipe tobacco. And it just makes for a really nice fragrance. I mean, you've got some of my favorite notes right there. You get some of that spice though from the cinnamon. So you get a nice little spice kick. Overall, you're getting some great fragrance notes, and you're just getting a really sexy fragrance. So if you were to buy Initio Side Effect for a 3 ounce, you're looking at $305. For this 30 ml, you're looking at $42.99, or for a 55 ml, you're looking at $62.99. So for what you're getting, I have not put my nose on Initio Side Effect. However, I have smelled some other Initio fragrances that Alexandria has done inspired creations, and they come damn close. So I'm gonna guess this is pretty close. If not, it's good enough to give you that Initio Side Effect vibe that you're probably looking for. So Upside Down, really sexy tobacco fragrance. Yes. All right, what are we talking about next? We're talking about Mystere number 29. So Mystere number 29 is inspired by Labo's Noir 29, which came out in 2015. Again, it's got tobacco. Sorry, folks. That's what you're tuned in for. So what are the notes in here? You've got bergamot, fig, black tea, musk, vetiver, like a hay tobacco type note, and some cedar. So what do we get here? Let's spray this. Nice. Okay, so right away I get the cedar really pops in this one, and the bergamot comes out. The fig is really nice in this. I enjoy fig and fragrances. Diptyque does a great fig. Marc Jacobs, I really enjoy the fig in that fragrance. So I get that nice fig note in this. That hay tobacco note is in there. It's not super heavy. So again, you know I love tobacco. It's in here, I can detect it, but it's not as tobacco heavy as, like, say, Upside Down. It's a nice sweetness from that bergamot, from that fig, that kind of counterbalances that cedar, because cedar's kind of got like that dry smell. Now I love the smell of cedar. It's kind of like just like cut wood, kind of, you know, when you go to Home Depot, right? You go through the wood aisle, the cut wood, there's just that smell of rich wood. You kind of get that, but the sweetness kind of cuts that down. I really enjoy that. Again, the tobacco is kind of like that hay kind of tobacco, and it's really nice. This is a lighter fragrance. I would say this is a unisex. It kind of sits right in the middle of the road. It's not overly masculine, it's not overly feminine. Between the two, as far as if you're like a huge tobacco lover, I would go with Upside Down, but they're so different that I really enjoy them both, because this is lighter. So both could be worn year round. This definitely wins the battle for year round with no problems, where this is a little bit heavier. But this is just a really nice fragrance. I really like those balanced notes. Where you get that citrus note with that fig, you get a little bit of that black tea and that musk, and then the vetiver is really light, can barely detect it to my nose. The cedar is what stood out the most at the initial spray. This one I didn't get as much longevity. I got maybe about 6 hours on it, so not as long as the longevity on this one. This one gave more of a punch, this Upside Down. So if you were to get 100 ml of Labo's Noir 29, you're looking at $275, or 50 ml is $189. Again, you know, all the 30 mls at Alexandria go for $42.99, and 55 mls go for $62.99. So obviously the price, again, I haven't put my nose on Labo's Noir 29. I have on some of their other fragrances, again, and Alexandria did a great job rivaling the smell in comparison. So that's the thing I really enjoy about it. Like, they're very consistent of really either hitting it on the head or capturing the essence, the DNA, and capturing that vibe. Now, when you do an inspired fragrance, it's not always identical. So, you know, people are like expecting a clone. Oh, that doesn't smell identical. Sometimes it doesn't. It's inspired. So maybe it'll amp up certain notes and make it a little bit different, but it still has that DNA, the essence, where you smell it and you're like, that reminds me of so-and-so fragrance. And that's what I've noticed. Either they nail it or they inspire it, and they capture that DNA. So again, both very beautiful fragrances. You know, we're in July heading into August. We'll be heading into fall. We don't really have fall here in California anymore. But these, like I said, these are light enough that you can wear year round. And I really enjoyed the two of these, just really nice new fragrances. You got to check them out. Real quick, I'll just show the box. I don't really do this, but these are the boxes that they come in. So it is a really nice presentation. You know, they've changed the boxes quite a few times. I actually like these probably the best. So what I always say is, if you don't know what fragrance you want, get yourself some decants that look like this. You can pick 6 fragrances. There's so much that you can get multiple applications, or jump it up and get some of their travel atomizers. Always look for their coupon codes. Follow them on Instagram. That way you know when they're dropping a new fragrance or they're running one of their sales. So let me know if you've tried these fragrances. Let me know some other Alexandria fragrances you'd like to see me review in the future. I'm sure I'll be doing another one in August. Follow me on Instagram at Monkey's Tropicals Adventures, and I will see you soon for another fragrance review. Take care.